everyone. It's Enjoy English School. I'm Chris Gorski.
I'm Betty.
It's February 19th, and we're on pages 38 and 39. It's day one of the Just So You Know article. And today, our article is called Canada's Hair-Raising Contest.
对，我们今天要来看一个很有趣的文章哦，它其实在讲说加拿大令人毛发直豎的冰冻发艺大赛。这个 hair raising 的话 Chris 老师可以我们解释一下这个词。
Sure, when something is hair-raising, usually it makes you a little nervous and really scared. Some horror movies, 恐怖片, are very hair-raising. They make the little hairs on your arm and neck stand up. But that's not what we're talking about today. We're talking about like making your hair look silly.
Right, 这个我就感觉有点双关，因为确实今天的那个比赛啊，它好像也是要把头发拉高的哈。那中文有个表达叫汗毛直竖，对不对？那个 hair raising 在英文的意思就差不多，就是很惊险的，让你觉得有点紧张的，比如说 hair raising adventure, something like that.
That's right. Now let's look at our word in our title here, contest. We're going to stress the first syllable. Do you have your pen ready? Because we can use it right now. Underline C-O-N. 不要忘记这个是在一起的意思 and we're going to stress the first syllable, contest.
这个字的重音在第一个音节，然后 C-O-N 通常都是 together 的意思，在一起，所以这个是比赛，大家在一起比。
And now let's look at our subtitle. Contestants aim to stand out with their own wild styles.
对，那这里就是说参赛者呢，这个 contestant 刚才 Chris 老师有特别做一个重音，那个重音是转到第二个音节 contestant， 所以这个参赛者呢就致力要以自己最狂野的风格脱颖而出。
Okay, so let's look at the word contestants. That A-N-T-S, or the A-N-T really, this just means a person that does something. It really is close to E-R, like teacher, writer. It's very close to that. And you might know the word assistant or attendant. Those really just are kind of like ER. It's a person that does this thing. When something stands out, that means it's very easy to see or notice.
很像中文讲的鹤立鸡群这样，你很突出，所以有一个形容词 outstanding 就是讲杰出的。
All right, and with that, let's take a quick break. And when we come back, we have our very first paragraph. Okay, friends, we are back with Enjoy English School. We're on pages 38 and 39, and we're talking about a very special contest that takes place in the very far north in Canada, where the weather is very cold. I'll tell you a secret. February was always my least favorite month when I lived in the United States.
Because it's too cold?
It's too cold. So, no, I should say March. February was never my favorite, but March was always the worst because I come from a cold place close to Canada. It's not as cold as the place in our story today, but spring never comes. You'll have nice days in February in Taiwan. March is usually nice. But where I'm from, February and March are just like the long, miserable parts of winter.
那个老师说，就是他住的地方虽然没有到加拿大，我们今天要讲的东西这么北边，可是那个2-3月的时候通常很冷。我一直以为12月会是最冷的，所以是2-3月。
So Christmas is in December. So Christmas is really fun. And so it's cold. And it's cold, but it only just got really cold recently. So you're not tired of it yet. Like snow is beautiful when it first snows. So it's new and that's fun. And Christmas is fun. And then New Year, you usually have a long winter break. So that's pretty easy. And then there's February.
对，要
And it's really cold and it's 3 months and you wake up and it's dark. And when you finally get home at 4:30, it's still dark. It's dark all day long. It's just not fun. And then March, you're ready for spring. It's still cold.
因为比较北边，他们那个冬天那个晚上比较长。
That's right. That's right. That's right. So it'll be dark, like in December, it's dark until like 8 a.m. And then you get out of school and you finally get home at like 4:30 and it's dark. So all day long it's dark when you're free time. So it's sad. Okay, let's go to our first paragraph. With water temperatures being around 40 degrees Celsius, Eclipse Nordic Hot Spring in Canada's Yukon Territory is a warm place for people looking to escape the cold winters.
我觉得这个台湾人应该很喜欢，因为台湾人喜欢泡温泉嘛。他就说呢，这个水的温度呢，大概是40度，摄氏40度。那这里要讲的是什么东西的水呢？它这里有一个日食北欧温泉。这个温泉呢，它在加拿大的育空地区。那其实呢，对想要过冬啊，想要躲避这个寒冷冬天的人来讲呢，它其实是一个大家的不错的选择。
All right, let's look at the word Nordic. Pick up your highlighter and highlight N-O-R. When you see Nordic, like 北欧的话, that really just means north. They don't say north, but we do in English, and that N-O-R is the same meaning. It just means 北边的意思. Let's look at Yukon territory. We should know how to say this. This U is like Y-O-U, YouTube, Yukon. And then O is a short O.Yukon is a local word in that area. It just means great river, big river.
大河，然后很棒的河流的意思。
That's right. And people who want to get away from the cold winters, winters are very long in some parts of the world. And so getting away for a few months is really helpful. Let's go to our next sentence. In 2011 or 2011, the spa management introduced an extra element of fun in the form of the hair freezing contest.
对，这里就很有趣他说在2011年的时候呢，这个温泉管理的部门啊、局处啊，他们就呢介绍引进了 extra element of fun， 就多的一个有趣的元素。那是什么样的元素呢？它是用这个头发前面讲的这个冰冻发艺大赛这样的方式去呈现的。
And your translation is really clear. So when we say an extra element, usually we're thinking about like 化学, chemistry. But really here, we mean a small but an important amount of some kind of feeling. So some movies are like very serious. But sometimes in that very serious movie, there's a few funny lines. And that little bit of funny helps make the serious movie feel a lot better. It's the element of fun, or maybe you like the element of danger when you're flying an airplane. It's just a little bit, and that feels really good.
Or an element of suspense sometimes.
Sure.
对
Yeah.
这个是元素，就它中文有我们讲元素通常是什么铅啊、铝啦、铜啊这种。那还有另外一个翻译是要素，那这个就是要素，不多，但是很重要。
So you probably know that foreigners like to take showers in the morning, not at night. And in the morning, we wake up and we go to school or we go to work. And a lot of children in America have to wait for the school bus. So we wake up, we wash our hair, and we take a shower, and we will go outside, and our hair maybe is still just a tiny bit wet. It is very normal for your hair to freeze while you're waiting for the bus. And then you're sitting on the bus.And your hair melts and you have cold water run down your head.
这个台湾人应该没有经验。Chris 老师说，就是如果我们这样头发湿出去啊，然后头就会被冰冻起来，然后会慢慢融化。
All right, let's go to our next sentence. The event started out with only around 15 participants in the first few years.
对，所以前面呢，前几年其实刚开始小小的而已，一开始只有15个参赛者而已。
This makes sense to me because if you have a hair freezing contest,You need longer hair. And who usually goes to spa? Like really rock and roll guys? Like only some women can participate.
等一下他其实有讲光头也可以参加，因为他要对大家平等。所以我就说你们是光头也可以。
I mean, yeah, okay.
但大部分是要长。
I would think rock and roll hair is probably better, but yeah, sure. The bald guy could participate too.
他没有特别说，他说我们没有歧视任何人。
好笑。So participants, we have that word P-A-R-T. That just means a small part, just like 部分. It means the same thing here.
参赛者PRT 小小的部分就是你是这个比赛的一个部分。
Let's continue. Since then, 这个是过去式. Since then, the number of participants has risen to about 300, with people coming from all corners of the world.
对，就从那个时候开始，那你看到 since 就知道，我们要用完成式，所以他就讲说呢，这个参赛者的数量，它就高达慢慢的就提高到300个人了。那这个 with 是附加说明，这个300个人都是谁啊？它其实呢是世界各个角落的参赛者都有。
So we have present perfect tense. Why? 因为自从这个2011年到现在所有时间的范围 and we are talking about that range of time.We're going to use the present perfect tense, have or has, 加过去分词，不要加原形动词, and this verb is risen, not risen.
这个同学也要注意一下，这个 the number of participant number of 我们后面只能加可数名词的复数，可是你要注意哦，这个动词啊，它其实在讲主词，其实 the number， 所以它这个动词呢还是要单数哦，你不要看那个 participant 就把它改成 have， 它就是 has， 它指的是 the number。All
right, let's take a quick break, and when we come back, we have our second paragraph.Okay, friends, welcome back to Enjoy English School. We're on pages 38 and 39. Let's start our second paragraph and pick up that pencil. There are different categories like class or ranks for people to enter, including best male, best female, best group, best frozen facial hair. I wonder if girls participate in this one. And most creative.
对，这里呢还蛮有趣，它是介绍它的奖项哦，有不同的种类的奖项你可以参加，包括呢最佳男子、最佳女子，还有团体奖，还有最佳冰冻脸部毛发，还有最具创意奖。
Now, we don't say the best male, the best female, the best group. 这边你都要少的。Usually when we talk about the superlative 最高级 we have to say the. You're going to skip them for these titles, for these names.
对，专有名词的话，如果它是什么奖项的话，那个 the 就不用了。
That's right. The most creative is, I feel students would say that one a lot. 这边不要加 the. Let's continue. Another category, a class or like rank, people's choice is decided by an online vote.
所以大家都可以有一个参与感，就算你不能去比赛，你也可以投票。他说呢，有一个奖项叫做观众票选奖，其实就有点像是人气奖的那个感觉，其实要透过这个网络投票来决定谁是最后的赢家。
Now, vote is an easy word, but it is fun Latin. So the Latin for vote just means like a wish, like this is my wish. Not like we wish you a Merry Christmas or I wish to win $1 million. This means I want this thing. So vote literally means I want.
投票有一种我想要选谁的那种感觉。
That's right. That's right. I love online votes because people love to hijack them and pick something really stupid. This just makes me laugh so much. Did you ever hear about Bodie McBoatface?
No.
So what country, they had this really big, expensive research boat.And it was like this really serious thing, and they wanted to like name it. They're like, okay, people's choice. What do people online want? And someone was like, Bodie McBoatface. And everybody voted for Bodie McBoatface for this new expensive boat. And the people were like, no, we won't pick this name. People's choice doesn't work. And they like refused to accept Bodie McBoatface.But I love that people just went crazy with the people's vote. Makes me so happy.
有啊，动物园有时候会帮那个动物投票，然后结果出来都是一些比较搞笑的那种。
I love that. That makes me so happy. Okay, our next sentence says, the winner of each category will earn around $1,500 US. So that's like...What, 48,000 NT, 48,000.
对，他就说呢，如果你每个奖项的赢家呢，其实都可以拿到$1,500美元，那大概是台币48,000块，接近5万。
So we might say gain here. Another verb is to earn. So each winner might earn around $1,500 US.
Earn 是 E-A-R-N.
Let's take a quick break, and when we come back, we have our final paragraph.All right, friends, welcome back to Enjoy English School. We're on pages 38 and 39, and it's February 19th, and we're talking about Canada's hair-raising contest.
对，我们今天来讲讲这个加拿大很有趣的冰冻发艺大赛，我们继续来读一下。
Let's go. To enter the contest, you must visit the hot springs in person between late December and early March.
对，如果你要参加这个比赛的话呢，你必须呢要亲自这个 in person， 就是你要亲自当面去这个 hot spring 这个温泉。那这个时间它是有固定的哦，因为它要是在那个12月底到明年的3月初。
So you have to visit in person. Like you can't just send a cool picture, like Zoom meeting with them. Like, look at my hair. All right. So let's look at you must visit. There's your modal verb. So we don't say you must to visit. Listen, everyone. I feel students think modal verbs are really hard. Dude, they're super easy. Check it out. Most students can always use can or will correctly. Can and will are also modal verbs. So think of this sentence with can or will. 如果can不对,那 must 也是不对的. All the other modal verbs follow the same rules. So just 先想一想, 那个 modal verb 这个可不可以这样? Just think about can or will. 它们很简单. And 如果 can or will 可以, 那另外一个 modal verb 也可以。
对，就是用推的，这个 can 跟 will 都是你已经会。那情态助动词基本上就是它呢是有意思的助动词，它可以翻成应该呀、必须啊，这种才叫情态助动词，后面加动词原形。
That's right. So you can to visit. 当然是错的，对不对？ So 我们也不能说 you must to visit. That's wrong. No to. Let's continue to our next sentence. Those, the people, taking part begin by dipping their heads in the warm water of the spring.
对，这里他就说呢，你如果要参加的话呢，你要怎么开始呢？第一步呢，你要先把你的头把它放到，把它浸泡在这个温水，因为它是温泉嘛，浸泡到温泉里面。
Okay, pick up your pen. We have D-I-P, P-I-N-G. So because we're adding the ing here, and 这个 dip is consonant, vowel consonant, 子音母音子音, we need to add two P's here. So we can begin or start by dipping. We need the ing because by is a preposition, PP. And I thought the warm water was weird at first. I said, well, why is it 特定的水? Just put your head in warm water. But they don't want you to put your head in any warm water. They want you to put your head in their water. So it's special water, the warm water.
对，因为我们这边在讲到这个日食北欧温泉，这个温泉嘛，对不对？所以他们呢，你就是要到他们那边泡温泉才可以参赛。
Their hair must be completely wet before they emerge into the icy air of about minus 20 degrees Celsius. And this sounds terrible.
他说这个其实他规定蛮严格的，就是说呢，你的头发先沾水之后呢，你要是完全全湿的，那头发湿的之后，你再从这个水里面呢，把头发呢把它甩出来。那这个甩出来的时候，当然你要甩在冰空气里面啦，因为那个应该这个育空地区应该还是蛮冷的嘛，对不对？所以如果呢你没有泡在水里的话呢，那个空气的温度大概会是摄氏-20度。
So emerge is a good verb that means to come out. Usually it means slowly, but it doesn't have to be. So they come out slowly into the icy air. And how do we spell ice? I-C-E. But now we're using this adjective, so 注意加 y.
对，这个 icy 就是很冰的嘛。那 emerge 这个字呢，我觉得很有趣。那因为那个 e 它其实 out 的意思，那个 merge 原本的意思它好像是 dip。所以就是你原本是浸在水里面的，这个 merge 原本是 dip 在什么东西？我们上一句有讲到那个 dip， 对不对？ emerge 就是从那个浸湿的地方跑出来，这样，所以是出现。
After 15 minutes or so, their hair becomes completely frozen and covered in white frost.
哇，他就说要等到15分钟，大概是15分钟，那个头发呢就会变成完全是冰冻的。那因为是冰冻的，所以呢，你的头发会被白霜给覆盖。
So if you ever go to a very cold place, like minus 20 degrees Celsius, 应该那个北海道可能不够冷. Like you go to a really cold place, or if they have a very cold day, you get a cup of hot water, like you want to make some tea, and you go outside and just throw it in the air. Don't throw it on yourself. Throw it in the air. It will turn into a big cloud right in front of you. It's like in seconds, it just poof into a cloud.
对，这个很多影片有，就是那个把水泼到那个冷空气里面，它瞬间结冰。
Let's continue. Participants can then make all sorts of silly hair-raising styles that seem to defy gravity.
对，那他就说参赛者呢，之后呢你就可以制作呢，你觉得有点蠢蠢的然后那个竖起的这种发型，那这个发型呢就看起来很像是你在对抗地心引力。
I like the way you translate silly here because I've seen some other translations and students don't like it. And I always tell them silly is cute plus funny plus naughty, like a kitten or a puppy. Silly is a good word But they're like, no, I'm not silly. They take it very seriously.
因为有的时候我们会开玩笑don't be silly. 就是你很可爱耶。
Yeah, it's cute. It's cute. And they're like, I'm not silly.
I'm smart.
All right, let's take a quick 24-hour break because we'll be back tomorrow with more of Canada's hair-raising contest. For Enjoy English School, I am Chris Gorski.
I'm Betty.
And we'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.